Hello everyone, this is Dark Newt and welcome to Crea. So this game is a side-scrolling adventure, crafting, exploration game. It kind of, is a lot like Starbound or Terraria, but it has a lot of unique aspects that I'm excited to show you guys. And I think you're going to really like it. So I've already created my character here, so we're going to continue. Name him let's name him Admiral. I don't know if I'm spelling that right, so I'm just going to go with Captain Bluebeard. There we go. We are Captain Bluebeard. And let's create that. So here we are. Right off the bat, I'm going to show you guys kind of all the controls and all the options first. And then we'll get ahead with exploration and whatnot. So what this is a first, mostly blind look. I played for about 30 minutes to kind of learn the menus and familiarize myself with the controls, and then after that everything is a complete blind look. If you want me to turn this one episode into a series, leave a comment saying, hey, I'd love to see a series of this game, and hell, while you're there, like the video. So right off the bat, you can see I have a hot bar down here, and in my first slot I have a makeshift tool. Now this is what I use for taking down trees, digging away rock and dirt and so on. So it's not very effective because it is kind of the starter tool, but I'm sure you can upgrade and get like iron pickaxes and whatnot. Second is my collect, it's my hand, gathers place items and harvests small plants. So I don't think this counts as a small plant, but I could pick up my torches, and if I place down any kind of item I could pick it up with my hand. And my third slot is my stout wood club. Now this it's pretty much my only weapon right now. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It's not a super legendary awesome sword, but you know what, it gets the job done when you gotta kill a couple slimes. And my fourth slot, which I think this is my favorite aspect of the game, is I have spells here. So I can heal myself, or I can heal an ally if there was an ally. If I had a friend playing with me, I could heal him. And then in my fifth slot I have a fireball, so I could throw fireballs at things. And I think on this if we do end up making this a playthrough, I think I'm gonna focus on spells. I'm definitely gonna focus on leveling up spells. So the way you kind of focus into spells and kind of upgrade them is you do have a talent system. So as you can see, it says gained 27 TP for gather talent. And I will gain some in spells and whatnot. You gain skills as you use them. So let me go kill something with my fireball here. So we're killing him. See, in the bottom it says gaining TP in my arcane skills. So if I go to my talent tree, I have 71 TP in the arcane tree. And once I get 300, I can either grab a new spell or I can upgrade my fireball. Now that goes the same for my arms tree, that goes into physical stuff, my divine tree that goes towards my healing and my protection spells, which I'm probably going to do a mix between arcane and divine. Obviously you're going to get skills in all of them, but I'm probably going to use my spells the most if I can. And then you have your gathering tree, which is like for mining and whatnot, and then your crafting tree, of course, which is crafting and making armor and weapons and whatnot. And it looks like even just furniture and stuff. So really unique game. Like I said, I thought it was going to be just Terraria all over again, but already I'm liking its unique differences. So right now I'm mining up this thing called the Way Shard, and what that does is it allows me to use these leaf crystals. Well, they're not all called leaf crystal, they're just called crystals. And what this is there's always a crystal near your spawn. I'm actually going to name this one Spawn. Now later on, if I keep traveling this way, I will eventually find another one of these. Or if I dig down and find a cave, I will find another one. And if I have those way shards that I pick up, I can travel between them. So just picture another one being right here under the spawn, and it'll be called like Gaia Crystal. Or I can rename it to Cave Crystal. And I could teleport between the two. So it's like this version of the game's fast travel system. So it's really, really cool. I like it. So now that we've kind of looked at the menus, I'll show you my inventory, and I can actually get new bags and increase my inventory space, so it's not just going to be 25 slots. We have my equipment, so it shows me all my stats for Captain Bluebeard. my health, my attack, defense, and whatnot. And here's all my equipment slots here. And then we have my talents, which I showed you guys. My crafting menu. Now right off the bat, you don't have a whole lot you can craft. But if I craft this research desk, it will allow me to research new crafting recipes. So that's kind of going to be our first thing we're going to want to finish. And then lastly, we have research, like I showed you, which is blacked out because we don't have a research table, I'm thinking. And then we have our map. So we can actually click on our map, and it will just show us our map. I don't know how useful that would be. Or we could kind of pull it up. I don't think you could drag it into the corner anywhere, which would be useful if I could drag it up into the top right or left. Yeah, I don't think you can. So now that I've showed you guys the menus, I think we're going to go exploring, try to find some loot and some caves, and kind of show you guys how the game works. Oh, one more thing is if I go to my talents right here, I could drag this fireball and put it in my right hand. So I have my sword, and I could throw a fireball without having to switch abilities here, which is really useful. I did notice some clay pots under the ground where I was spawned, and clay pots kind of work like how they do in Terraria and Starbound. They kind of just give you gold and little random little things. Usually nothing too valuable, but they're definitely worth going after. So these are giving me seeds for trees. It looks like an oil clot, an arrow. Oh, I got a torch there. I need that. And then there's some more up here that I'll work my way towards. Now my only real complaint about this game, and it's really only a complaint because I have been playing Starbound like non-stop this weekend, is the gravity in this game is really weird if you're used to one of the other games. Like I'm having a lot of trouble getting over high cliffs and stuff because I'm thinking I could jump higher than I can, which is really not the game's fault. It's just kind of, I have like a preconceived idea of how a game like this gravity should be. I'm a lot heavier than I thought I would be. And so you're gonna have to build a lot of little steps to get over some ridges here. It's like for me, I feel like I should be able to jump. Oh, I can jump over that. Okay. So we're gonna take off. We got a couple of things. Let's look at our inventory here. So we mostly got this stuff, which I don't know what it does yet. Some seeds, some arrows if I ever get a bow, some torches, which I'll add to my bar here. Nothing crazy, nothing rare, but you can find randomly generated like dungeon rooms that have chests and whatnot, which I've only found one in my couple minutes of playing yesterday when I was kind of learning the controls, but it was definitely worth it. I don't know how rare they are. Like I said, I found one, but it was really cool. I'm trying to take out these guys right here, and these guys are kind of tough. They're level 2. Now I don't know if your character actually gains levels, like see how those are level 2? I don't know if you actually gain levels or if you just kind of get talent levels. I really didn't see. I don't know if it tells you anywhere. I don't know really. I guess we'll have to see. I'm most likely going to turn this into a series, guys. I'm really excited to play this game. Like I said, I just want your guys' feedback in the comments. If it's something you definitely want to see. If you want to see me do a Newt Plays Crea, almost forgot the name of the game. If you want to see that, definitely comment and say you'd want to see that. Because if no one wants to see it, then I'm going to, not waste my time with it. Now, I'm not going to stop Morrowind. Most likely, I'm going to keep uploading Morrowind daily. And then this will be something I'll do every other day, or maybe even daily as well. I'm thinking about doing 2 videos a day every once in a while. Okay, come on. Get this guy. These guys are a lot tougher than the pigs and stuff in the beginning. Oh, here's one of those crystals. See, a Gaia crystal. So I can rename this. For now, I'm going to kind of name this one First Right. Now what that means is just going to be the first one to the right of my spawn, so I can travel between the two, which I'm not going to do now, but it's really a neat way to get around. Now the sheep won't hurt me, but it looks like I hurt the sheep with my fireball because I missed. My health's actually getting low, so I'm going to kind of kite this guy here, and then get my heal out. Boom. Now your spells, well, your healing spell has a cooldown, but it's nothing too big. It's like, it looks like it's like 5 seconds, 10 seconds rather. I'm really excited to look at some of the other guardian spells, like there's some shielding abilities and stuff. I think that'd be really cool, especially if you're playing with friends. One of you guys could kind of go for like a healing, just solely focus on leveling up your healing and getting guardian spells. And then, your other friend could go like combat with swords. and maybe have a mage, and then you have like a really great team going. You know, I may end up doing like a collaboration later after I've played this game for a while. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe get my friend Vortak and Weem on this so we can play this. Probably not. Those two guys are really busy, but I don't know. I may do a collab in the future of this, but that's just kind of me talking out my butthole. But I'm probably most likely going to do a new plays on this. If I can hit this guy. I'm running out of mana here. There we go. We killed him. So I'm almost going to die. I'm trying to like back off here. You do regenerate your SP faster when you're out of combat, it looks like. It does look like the sun's going down, so I'm kind of trying to hurry. Now, I did find some iron. Not iron. Oh, sorry. Copper. As you see, there's these little orange spots here. It does take a while to mine them with your makeshift tools you start out with. But I'm sure it's definitely worth gathering for our first iron tools that we can get. But I think we still got to get the research table first. So we're going to need a feather, which I don't really know where to get a feather. But now that I think about it, I saw a bird on the ground somewhere over here. It was just like it was like a sheep. Yeah, see over here. I wonder if killing it gives you a feather. Alright, so I spot a bird over there. I'm definitely going to try to get him. They will fly off if I don't get him fast enough. Come on, take... Oh, I got him! And there's the feather we needed. Oh yeah, we got the feather. Now the birds are like, you have to kill them fast or they're going to escape. The sheep thinks he's going to hide from me. What does he think he's doing? Get out of here. Get out of here, sheep. You don't got time for that. Get rid of all these pots, and let's see what else we need for the research desk. So we have the oil clot. We got the. So all we need now is to destroy some trees, and we can make our research desk. So let's chop some trees down. I may dig a little hole. Oh crap! We got a slime coming. Come on, get out of here, slime. That'll give us some more oil clots. We can use those for the research desk and for torches. Chop this down. We don't need a whole lot of wood. I'm going to just chop down about 2 more trees after this one. And then, oh crap. These slimes are all over the place. I mean, I'm not too upset about it. Like I said, they do drop those things, those oil clots, which are really useful. But I'm not wanting to die right now, so I'm going to keep myself healed up. Now, those guardians are probably the most pain in the butt mobs that you got to fight here at the start. Those are those little squid things that are flying around. They do quite a bit of damage, and since they're flying, they're kind of a pain in the butt to hit. Alright, I think we're good. Now, I'm going to try to run to my spawn, just because I want to build it near spawn, since that's where I'm going to set up my base, probably. If that's even something you do in this game, I don't even know how effective setting up a base is in this game. I'm sure it is. I know in Starbound you could go back to your ship, so it kind of didn't matter to set up a base. Oh no! I just died. Hey, but look, we're at spawn, I think. Yeah. That sucks. I died. Alright, so I'm going to try to build my research desk kind of on a flat surface. So I'm going to take out these trees right here, and that'll give us a nice flat area right next to spawn to kind of build on here. Now, what do you think about this game so far, guys? Do you like it? Do you think, you know, Starbound and Terraria is better? Or do you think it's kind of like its own unique thing where you could equally play Terraria and then go play this and get a completely different experience out of it? What do you guys think? Definitely let me know in the comments. I'm really looking forward to you guys' feedback on this game. You know, I'm really excited to play this. Like, even if you guys don't want to see a series on this, I'm going to be playing this game regardless. So, here we go. We got to create some lumber. Now, how much do we need? We need 10 lumber for that. So, let's put a 0 there. Boom. Craft, and what else do we need? We need paper, so we need 6 paper. Now we make paper with lumber, so we're actually gonna have to make more. Oh, there we go. So here we go, let's create it. Now this is the first time I've ever created a research desk, so I don't know exactly how it works. So let's throw this puppy down here, and so you throw a material in. So just for example, I'm gonna throw wood in. What does that do? It researches. What? I don't get it. I don't get how it works. Materials. So you just, does it eat your? So do I have to throw a bunch of the same material in and it will? I really don't Oh, okay, I see. Okay. So let me, for example, turn all of these into lumber, just because we have a lot of the same material here. Now, let's throw this in here. Now, if I pick basics, right, and I research, what's that going to give me? I can now, I don't know what I can do. I've learned to make a bucket, a wooden box, and a tanning rack. So what is doing it in arm? Well, let's do it in home. Let's do home stuff. What's that make? What does that give me? I've learned to make a wood block, which is what I need to make walls and stuff, so we can make a house now. What does weapons do? I learn how to make more wooden clubs. I don't need wooden clubs. I'm just going to research a little bit in everything, and then we'll kind of go back and look and see what I've learned. Maybe I can make some wooden armor. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so let's take this stuff out of here. Let's look at the crafting menu. So we can make a bucket, a wooden box, so this is kind of like storage for us. A tanning rack, which I guess you put your leather on there. Wooden barrel, so that's a chest. That's in the armor, which... Is it a chest piece or is it a chest? Okay, it's a chest piece. So you actually wear it as armor. Weapons, I can make a vine bow now, which is kind of cool. Now, I don't know how you unlock. Let me see some. I'm just trying some stuff here. So, okay, I think I know how it works. Okay. If wood is in the recipe, so for example, to make a vine bow, one of the things you need is lumber. It shows me that. So, for example, I need to figure out what this material is, which I did pick up some bowstring earlier or something like that. So, sinew. So if I research that, go to weapons and research, I bet you that's how this works. So you don't need a certain amount of it. You just need, well, I guess it does take up one of your sinew. Well, let's see here. Well, maybe not. Oh, wait. See, now this one, the vine bow doesn't use sinew, but the short bow does. So see, it unlocked that, but it uses something else, see? And so does the hunting bow. So you have to kind of figure out all the materials here. So for wooden barrel, you need a wooden lumber and something else. Which I'm just kind of researching all my stuff. So a vine bow probably uses vines now that I'm thinking about it. So let's try that. I should be able to make the vine bow after this. So let's go look. Boom, we can make the vine bow. Let's do it. So I now have a bow. That's pretty neat, right? Let's check that out. I need arrows, don't I? So do I put the arrows in my second hand? No, that just makes me throw my arrows. Let me look at my character slot. You know, I do apologize. I know it's a completely blind. Okay, so I put the arrows in here. Okay. Now let's try. There we go. And I'm going to shoot some sheep. That is awesome. Maybe I'll be an archer instead of a mage. What do you guys think? An archer or a mage? What do you think would be cooler? Definitely let me know in the comments, guys. But I think I'm going to end this video here. If you want me to do more of this game, definitely let me know in the comments. Like the video and whatnot. It always helps. And I will see you guys next time.